Hi, welcome back to my homeschool room. Today we're going to be talking about a mid-year review just to see how things are going in terms of curriculum completion. That's right, the calendar year is coming to a close and the holiday season is drawing to an end. And that means it's time to start putting our minds back on homeschool. We're only halfway through the school year, so let's make sure things are progressing according to plan. This time off from schooling is the perfect time to take a step back and assess the situation of how we're doing in homeschool. We can take this time to catch up on grading if we need to so that we can have a clear understanding of what we've completed and what we have left to do in the school year. Take a look at what each student's grades are in each class and see in which classes each student is excelling and in which classes they might need more help. Tests, of course, are an easy way to gauge how things are going, but tests are not the end all. They are only a gauge. Tests might not be the best way to determine whether your child has learned the material or not, but test-taking skills are important, especially if your child is looking to go to college in the future. If you didn't make school year goals at the beginning of the school year, now is a good time to do that. I use the weekly guides that the homeschool curriculum My Father's World gives me to see whether my weeks are going according to plan or not. Having clear goals and clear start and end points helps to relieve stress. To make these goals, map out a plan of how to get your child to the end of the school year without frustration and without unnecessary pressure. So use this winter break to take a good look at your yearly lesson plans and see if your child is where they should be at the midway point according to those lesson plans. Doing this helps me to assess whether I need to move faster or slower in each class. Each child is different. Sometimes we as homeschool moms get so caught up in checking off our to-do lists and our lesson plans that we forget to look at each child on an individual basis and help them where they are in what they need. Some of my kids are great at math. Others really enjoy science. Others are proficient in writing. But none of them are strong in every subject. They are all different. And I try to adjust the curriculum to what most benefits my kids in their talents and in the areas where they struggle. If your child is moving very fast through the school year, it might be that the curriculum is just too simple for them. To keep them interested in learning, you might want to add in more material to give them a more complete education. For example, computer class, speech class, debate team, a musical instrument, web design, art class. If your child's not moving fast enough, go back to basics. Flashcards for math and phonics and reading. Have your child read out loud. Review math formulas, review science definitions. I'm just trying to give you different applications that could cover a range of different grades. Another thing I look at is to see if my curriculum or teaching tactics are actually working. Does it seem like my child is really learning? We're only at the halfway point. There's still plenty of time to change things up if needed, to find new ways to help them learn better. Just as an example, I started a new art curriculum with my second grader this year that I hadn't tried with any of my other kids. It came with the full year curriculum that I purchased from My Father's World, so since I had it, why not try it? But now that we've been using it for several weeks, I can see that my daughter's not getting much out of it. Now, I'm no artist. I'm sure the curriculum is perfectly fine and many other children have been able to benefit from it, but I think that she was doing better with the art class that we were using before from Skillshare that I talked about on a previous video. So we will probably pivot and go back to that one, and we'll save this curriculum for another time. Now, doing this mid-year assessment will give you a realistic goalpost end date for your school year. Having a goal gives you something to work towards and something to look forward to. It's important to keep your eye on the goal to remain motivated. And if you are motivated, it'll be a whole lot easier to motivate your kids. If after you've done this assessment, you realize that you are behind, take a look at my series on how to not get behind in homeschool. I hope it'll be a blessing to you. Have a great second half of the year, and I'll see you next time. Bye.